It claims to be a screenshot from a 2002 episode of The Simpsons. Interestingly, just last month, President Trump did something very similar with the King of Saudi Arabia and the President of Egypt. At first glance, The Simpsons seems like a simple, funny cartoon about a yellow-skinned family living in a made-up town. Yet over the past 3 decades, this show has earned an eerie reputation for predicting real-world events with surprising accuracy. Time and again, from natural disasters to political moments, financial collapses, and even shocking details about world leaders, The Simpsons keeps blurring the line between fiction and reality. Now, their supposed predictions for the year 2025 have started to attract attention too. In one episode, Lisa says, "The mission leaves in 10 years. I'll be 18 and I'm going to Mars." As we move through 2025, whispers about the show's mysterious foresight are growing louder. More and more of their storylines seem to step straight out of the TV screen and into the real world. So buckle up as we dive into 17 of the eeriest Simpsons predictions for 2025 and the unsettling truth that some might already be coming true. Elon Musk's dream of building a colony on Mars feels like the ultimate sci-fi fantasy, but The Simpsons imagined something very similar long before SpaceX became a household name. In Season 27, Episode 16, titled The Margian Chronicles, Marge and Lisa join a mission to become the first settlers on Mars. The show's line, "We're preparing to launch the first privately funded manned mission to Mars," feels strangely familiar now. The episode poked fun at humanity's obsession with exploring space, yet it also struck an uncanny note when compared to Musk's real ambitions. Musk has often said he wants humans to live on Mars before the end of the 2020s, with a long-term goal of creating a self-sustaining colony. As of 2025, SpaceX has made real progress in rocket design and mission planning. The episode's portrayal of settlers facing conflict, survival struggles, and unpredictable dangers on the Red Planet now feels almost prophetic. While the show exaggerated events for humor, it still asked powerful questions about human ethics, survival, and the limits of ambition. Questions that feel more relevant as Musk edges closer to his Mars dream. Among the show's most haunting moments is a small background detail, a gravestone that seems to reference the death of Pope Francis in 2025. Though it might seem far-fetched, the Pope's health has been a concern for years, and this scene has fueled endless speculation online. Given The Simpsons' reputation for correctly predicting major world events, fans can't help but wonder if it was another example of the show's strange foresight. Whether it's just coincidence or something deeper, the image has revived conversations about how often satire and prophecy seem to overlap in Springfield. It's hard to imagine a fast food restaurant triggering the end of civilization, but The Simpsons turned that bizarre idea into one of its most chilling parables. In Treehouse of Horrors X, a new burger recipe in Springfield turns residents into flesh-hungry zombies. Homer keeps eating, ignoring the chaos, while the town falls apart around him. Beneath the humor lies a sharp warning about society's addiction to convenience and trends. In 2025, the metaphor feels alarmingly real. Think about how quickly social media rumors spread, or how panic buying once emptied shelves during the 2020 toilet paper shortage. A viral scare about contaminated food or a dangerous product could easily cause real-world chaos. The episode isn't just about zombies, it's about how quickly humans can lose reason when fear and herd mentality take over. With modern concerns like antibiotic-resistant bacteria and global outbreaks, The Simpsons zombie tale reminds us to stay aware, think critically, and resist the pull of mass panic. For decades, flying cars have been the symbol of the future. The Simpsons tackled this fantasy with their usual twist in the episode Future Drama, where Bart and Lisa experience adulthood in a city filled with hover cars that barely work. In one scene, Homer takes Bart for a ride, and the car sputters and nearly crashes in midair. Funny, but telling. Today, that once impossible idea is creeping toward reality. Companies like Joby Aviation, Toyota, and even Uber are testing vertical takeoff vehicles. Some hope to have them ready for commercial use within a few years. But as the show hinted, innovation brings complexity. How will air traffic be controlled? What happens if one malfunctions in flight? And will flying cars be something everyone can afford, or just another luxury for the rich? The Simpsons may have exaggerated Homer's clumsy flight, but it cleverly reflected the risks of rushing into the future. Progress often arrives hand in hand with chaos, and the sky may soon be just as congested as our roads. In several episodes, The Simpsons also explored virtual reality long before the rest of us had heard of it. In one, Mr. Burns uses a VR headset to live out a perfect fantasy life. In another, Lisa immerses herself in a digital world that feels more real than reality. These stories show both sides of VR, limitless opportunity and dangerous escape. By 2025, virtual and augmented reality have become a part of everyday life. Doctors use VR to perform remote surgeries, students attend digital classrooms where history comes alive, and professionals collaborate in 3D spaces. The benefits are huge, but The Simpsons warned of the downside: isolation, addiction, and detachment. As VR grows more immersive, we'll have to decide whether it's connecting us or cutting us off from the real world. Robots have long been a source of both comedy and fear in The Simpsons. In the episode I Annoyed Gruntbot, Homer disguises himself as a robot to enter a battle competition, only to encounter machines that actually start thinking for themselves. What begins as a joke ends as a warning. In 2025, with AI and robotics advancing rapidly, that idea feels far less funny. Modern robots from companies like Boston Dynamics are already performing complex tasks, and AI continues to evolve at lightning speed. These tools bring incredible benefits to medicine, transportation, and logistics, but they also raise serious questions. What if machines develop goals that conflict with human safety? What happens to jobs and human identity in a world dominated by automation? The Simpsons offered a comedic take, but the core message remains: progress without caution could spiral out of control. Imagine sending a hologram of yourself to a meeting, or having a loved one appear as a 3D projection in your living room. That idea once sounded impossible, but The Simpsons made it part of their universe long before it became viable. Today, companies are developing systems that can project lifelike holograms across vast distances. By 2025, this could completely change how people communicate. Yet, as the show hinted, new problems come with new technology: privacy risks, data manipulation, and potential misuse. Smart homes were another concept The Simpsons mocked long before they became common. In House of Wax, the family moves into an AI-powered home that serves their every need, until the system falls in love with Marge and tries to kill Homer. Funny as it is, the story underlines the danger of letting technology take too much control. Now, our homes are filled with smart speakers, security systems, and self-learning appliances. By 2025, these will be even more advanced. But as The Simpsons warned, convenience should never come at the cost of safety or control. Back in 2005, Marge made futuristic cakes using a 3D food printer. Today, lab-grown meat and 3D printed meals are becoming real. By 2025, they could be part of everyday dining. This innovation promises to solve food shortages and reduce farming's environmental impact, but it also brings ethical and cultural questions. What will happen to traditional cooking, food workers, and the meaning of a home-cooked meal? The Simpsons captured both the excitement and the unease of technological food revolutions. In another episode, Lisa volunteers for a mission to colonize Mars, inspiring the rest of her family to follow. What begins as a hopeful adventure turns into chaos, a warning that humans will carry their same flaws and conflicts wherever they go. As companies like SpaceX and NASA move closer to making Mars colonies real, that warning feels more relevant than ever. In Holidays of Future Past, Springfield's future is filled with fallen tech giants. Mega companies that once ruled the world crumble under their own weight. In 2025, this seems entirely possible. Massive corporations face growing distrust, regulation, and public backlash. If history has taught us anything, it's that no empire, digital or otherwise, lasts forever. Though The Simpsons never literally showed time travel, it has often predicted the future through its uncanny grasp of human behavior. From smart watches to political trends, the show's insight feels almost supernatural. In 2025, predictive AI and simulation tools are beginning to serve as our own time machines, forecasting events before they happen, proof that observation and data can sometimes see what's coming. The wildfires devastating Los Angeles in early 2025 feel like something straight out of The Simpsons. In one old episode, a studio burns in a blaze of absurd chaos, once funny, now hauntingly real. As fires grow worse each year, fueled by droughts and climate change, the cartoon's humor has transformed into a grim warning. Lisa's solar-powered car in Paths of Glory was a symbol of clean energy and hope, but her invention was literally overshadowed by a giant advertising blimp. That scene captured the ongoing tension between progress and profit. Even now, industries that depend on fossil fuels fight to slow the shift toward renewable energy. By 2025, humanity faces a choice: cling to the past or finally embrace a cleaner future. Theme parks run by robots might sound like fun, but The Simpsons already showed how wrong that can go. As automation increases, amusement parks may replace workers with machines, yet with each advance the question grows: what happens to the human magic that makes experiences special? Even black holes made their way into Springfield in one of the Treehouse of Horror episodes, where a mini black hole swallows everything in sight. Though exaggerated for laughs, the scientific curiosity behind it isn't fiction. Scientists are studying microscopic black holes and cosmic anomalies that could change our understanding of the universe forever.